Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 581, where we need to coin another phrase for typing mittens when it comes to mouse clicking. I am your host here to bring you the Brony community. For this week, I, of course, am Circuit Main. And I am also joined by my wonderful group of panelists here for another stream of shenanigans. We, of course, are joined by Death Light of the Productions.
Uh,
We are joined by DM of 21.
How's it going?
We are joined by Toa of Koi.
Oddly enough, that's still Wix.
I somehow want to hurt him now for that. I don't know why. We are joined by a Stallion of Tech.
Yes.
And
A
we have
stallion that loves technology.
And we have Suki.
you know what? Fine, whatever.
Suki of the Otaku Ascended and VTuber Extraordinaire. Or I could call him the Sue of the Key, but that sounds really weird.
Is the Moon Man?
He is a Key of Sue. I don't know. Feel like I'm going to... I feel like he's about to sue me for this. Sorry.
No, that's right. I've got the key to sue.
Ah!
A man named Stu.
Oh!
That'd be even
How
better.
do you do?
Damn it. That'd been funny if it'd be really funny if I had ever had a chance to do stuff with probably not legal, but maybe a legal mindset that's been going around.
Yeah, I'm missing that a lot, yeah. Well, let's go ahead and get into the stupid mindset, and we're going to do that with, of course, all things pony. And what better way to start off the show than a little bit of what's going on and a little bit of wub. But first, of course, for the show today, we are going to be talking about unicorn training. I thought it was Unicorn Academy. I'm not going to lie. Unicorn Training, which was a 2014 Android mobile game that was released some time ago. Well, it was Android and Apple, but unfortunately, it was only on Android and Apple. It could not be played anywhere else at first. However, with the recent release of the Battle Gems Pony Alpha, they have also decided to update and re-release the Unicorn Training with fixes, updates, and the ability to also play on computer systems, PC, Mac, and Linux. So not only can you play it on mobile devices, you can now play it on your desktop, which is good news for us. That means it's time to go ahead and give this 10-year-old game a proper Brony Show showing. But of course, before we do all of that, we got to give a chance to talk a little bit about our daily lives and the wonderful shenanigans therein. And we do that, of course, with a little bit of wub. And that starts off with What's Up, Brony? So I would like to ask all of you once again, as we ask every week, what's up, Bronies?
Well, I had a little bit of snafu with a virus causing issues, so I had to reinstall Chrome after dealing with a lot of stuff. Right side, I'm finishing up a redo of a cosplay that broke after HomonyCon because of how it was printed.
Well, yeah, there's bonuses on getting things fixed up in a way that will help you out in the near future.
Yep. Also, I'm currently printing my Space Ghost gauntlets, and the stuff's coming in via Amazon. So, yay! Second cosplay's getting done.
Good.
And
So
10 days of working straight and 50 miles of riding a bike.
So when are we expecting you to go coast to coast with this?
I might just fly over to Cole and ride a bike all the way to California while dressed as Space Ghost.
I don't know why, but for some strange reason I'm never going to fully understand, I could just see Space Ghost literally taking a bike as fast as he can down a road.
California.
California, where the Super Mario advertising is done. All right. Thanks you for that little head. What's up, Brony? For you. Anybody going to throw out some "What's up, Brony" going on with them?
Well, my right thumb's not doing so well, so there's that, and I've been sick for 3 days straight.
Oof, on both parts.
Yeah, this bloody virus.
Sorry to hear that. Unfortunately, I've only been dealing with like a horrible allergy situation. It's just giving me like stuffy nose, and it's making my eyes itchy, so it feels like I'm constantly tired when I'm really not. But I really want to close my eyes all the time because of it. I really hate that.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
But no, you got it worse, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Well, I feel better now today, so that's good. It was during the weekend, but yeah, it wasn't too much fun.
I'm glad you're at least getting on the improvement side. Yeah, and you've definitely been. Oh man, so much car work being posted too.
It just, what are you talking about? It's just like 2 days worth of car work.
That's still a lot.
So much so, I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah. Well, you can begin by maybe sneezing on his stuff. Go ahead, spread the love. Spread the love, man.
That's you.
I was actually, the day before I gone and picked up those axles, I was horrendously sick.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Like, I woke up at like 2 in the morning and I threw up until like 7.
What?
Okay,
well,
that
that sounds wrong. That was a statement that went wrong.
Yeah, it was not great. But anyways, yeah, I swapped out a little 7 point something axle to an 8.8, my favorite axle from Ford, right next to the 9-inch, into my little Ranger because it needed a new axle, as well as new leaf springs. So just grabbed basically everything from a Ford Explorer, took it out, and I put it underneath the Ranger.
And
I cleaned the bed, sprayed primer all across the bottom of it so it shouldn't rust anymore, hopefully.
We can only hope.
And then I did a matte clear on the whole front clip and cab. I still have to spray the bed, but at least it's all back together now. And yeah, now it sits like, now the back end is like almost 4 inches lower than it used to. But the springs are now like way heavier, so you feel every bump. I'm gonna have to fix that at some point. Probably remove a spring, get some longer shackles so it stays that height. Because the whole goal is still have a working suspension, but make it as low as possible. So there's a lower center of gravity, so I can go around corners and stuff faster. Because, yeah, dirt track racing. It's a whole thing.
Well, glad to see that the truck is coming along nicely, and yeah, it's really showing the work.
It's fun to think that all this was for free too.
Free to what point? Well, who knows?
All I had to pay for was my time.
You know what?
Everything I got for free.
You know what? Okay, that is awesome. That is absolutely.
Or from older projects. So.
So we'll be seeing that truck on its way over to Everfree in a few months?
No.
Okay.
I am not driving that stupid thing all the way up to Everfree.
No. Okay, that's absolutely fair.
I drove 5 miles, so I should make it 200. Which is what I'm going to be doing next weekend.
Well, since you showed me your truck parts, I'll show you my construction parts. Granted, mine are a little bit more of the digital age.
Ew, what is that?
That is a 2 terabyte solid state Western Digital Blue hard drive and two 16 gigabyte DDR4 memory sticks, totaling 32 gigabytes of DD4 memory processing power.
I'm so glad you're finally catching up to me on the computer side of things.
If it makes you feel a little bit better on this one, this is going into my VR setup downstairs. Actually, correction, it is in my VR setup downstairs. At this point, all I want to do is maybe upgrade the video card a little bit just to be able to handle the more graphically intense VR games. And then I'm going to be 100% set to start actually doing VR gaming streams again.
We
Nice.
are VR.
And I won't have to worry about smacking my finger and getting it all blacky. And it's still half black at this point.
Mm.
Granted,
Damn.
it looks like it's slowly healing up, and I could see like some of the damage I did to the fingernail slowly moving up as it's growing up. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be like this for months.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's not fun. Granted, I also did something else to myself that is, well, not quite as much fun, but it's probably going to take a little bit less time to heal. You know, mostly tattoo.
So, how do you like your Twilight on your arm?
I can't move my right arm, and I've been bleeding plasma for a day.
Did you leave the Band-Aid on?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I did leave the Band-Aid on. However, apparently the seal wasn't quite so tight, or maybe I leaked a little bit more plasma than expected because it did break the seal, and it was leaking pretty much all ever since yesterday, like an hour after I got the tattoo done and wrapped up. And in fact, before coming back home after work, I went by the tattoo place to get it rebandaged. After this, though, they pretty much are just like, okay, so if it leaks again, just rip off the bandage and start doing aftercare. So it's just like, oh, that doesn't sound good.
Well,
Yeah.
you had, I'm going to say at least a good 2, maybe 2.5 inches worth of flesh tattooed over it.
It's skin. Oh my god! Please don't say flesh.
Yeah.
I mean,
How much?
flesh
how
is
much experience
flesh is
do you
technically
have?
between the skin and bones. To be honest, it's skin.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
How much experience do you have with tattoos?
None. This is my first ever.
Let me give you some advice from a person that has friends with tons of tattoos.
I'm listening.
Make sure you use like chemical-free like lotions and whatnot for it.
Oh yeah,
You
no.
want to keep that skin hydrated, and then go out and get some tampons and use that for the cover.
What?
You heard me.
Remember, tampons were originally used to plug bullet holes.
No,
It's a massive surface of gauze basically, and you just put it on there, and it'll keep it from getting dirty.
well, no. I mean the lotion. Yeah, I'm well aware of the lotion. That's part of the aftercare. But the tampon is a different one. That threw me way
Yeah,
way
it's
off.
basically whatever you leak will just get absorbed onto there, and plus it'll keep the sweat and stuff from your shirt and yourself and the dirt off of the tattoo.
Well,
the area that's healing. So.
Well, the good news is that at the moment, it seems like the leak after the new bandage, the leakage seems to have stopped for the most part. So, if everything is okay for the next few days, yeah, by Saturday I'll probably be ripping it off and starting to massage delicate oils. No, just lotion.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But no, here's something fun about this. I actually did have Creature ask me about this. He's asking, if he could get the art that inspired this, and I can't give it. I literally can't, because the art that inspired this is this. This was made by the tattoo artist.
Yep.
This is custom made, one of a kind. You literally cannot find this.
Wow.
Because
Yeah,
it is
that's
on
funny.
my freaking arm now.
Okay, the one thing that people forget about tattoo artists, whenever they do custom stuff like this, that is original art.
Well,
It's not.
even the non-custom stuff, they usually do their own line arting. It's very rare for them to use other people's works.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Well,
they,
at least one
yeah.
with their salt.
yeah, well, absolutely one with their salt. And I made sure I went with one absolutely worth the salt. Granted,
Yeah.
I think I might have earned some salt in the process, but that's another case.
But again, they are like any other type of artist.
But yeah,
Theirs is just more on the body.
but yep.
That is an awesome picture. I was wondering where you got that. I don't think I ever seen that pose online. I
Is-
was thinking-
Again.
And that's exactly why you haven't.
Yep.
Probably join the No Butt Mark Club, though, I see.
Oh damn! I did not see that at all. I actually didn't. I actually did not notice that. You know what? I'll excuse it.
Yeah.
I'm actually.
See, I've gotten so used to just looking for that because people make fun of me all the time for my characters with no
Oh man.
no butt marks, so I always look at it for other
No,
people.
no, no. circuit, it's fine.
No, I know it's fine. It's just one of those.
You can
Oh
always
god
add the
damn
butt
it.
mark on you can always add the butt mark on a later date.
Maybe. But
It'd be a little bit harder now
because of all the work done, I think I'm gonna be okay with it. I don't, doesn't matter.
Chaos is asking how
Yeah.
much.
How much did it cost? That is actually the surprise. Well, it always feels too much, but that's a surprising thing. It was $200.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
wow.
not bad.
That it really is not. I was expecting like $300 because that's how much they quoted me, but yeah, no, 200.
200 to 300 is usually the
Yeah.
price for something around that big on the skin.
Exactly. That's pretty much exactly what I was quoted for. So the fact that it was on the lower end was really nice. I even gave the guy a really large tip, mostly
Nice.
because I also probably drove him crazy. But anyway.
Well,
But yeah, the tattoo, the pledge has been done. I said I would accomplish this. I said I would do this, and it has been done. I now have the Twilight Sparkle tattoo. And now I've been pointed out to the one flaw that's going to drive me crazy. Thank you. Anyway.
You're welcome. So where's my
Well, you can
where's my
always
$2,000?
you can always excuse the
You-
that are.
You know what? You're gonna get server
by
mute.
the
There you
shallow
go.
over wings.
Toa, you finally are not the one I had to mute for once. Okay, there we go. First time it offends is just a few seconds.
That's because I am the punching bag. We have established I am the punching bag.
You are not the punching bag. You just kind of keep bringing it on yourself. Anyway, so that's my little what's up running going on. The VR setup downstairs for streaming is going well. Other than the fact I might have to actually move it 5 inches to the left because of the lighting I have in my basement is full of boob lights.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Oh
and
my.
no, you ever look at them, you understand why they're called that. But the problem is that they are literally they protrude a few inches from the ceiling, and my ceiling is literally high enough that I can raise my arm and basically start touching it with my fingertips. So if I have a VR handset there and I'm swinging wildly, yeah, it's not gonna end well at all. Anyway, that is enough out of me. Anybody else have any other what's up, Brony, before we go ahead and go on with the news?
Let's see. Well, before I go restart my computer, it's doing stupid things with my internet again.
Oh, fun.
Always.
I'll just mention the one kind of fun. Well, there were a couple of fun things that happened because we obviously didn't do What's Up Brony last week, because I was at Comic Palooza in Houston over the Memorial Day weekend, and I was there helping out my dad because he had back surgery, but he was still committed to helping out at the event, so I did most of his heavy lifting. But so while I was there, mainly did that, and then went pardon me. Actually, mostly what I got to spend time on was I sat in on a charity stream that some people were doing, where it was a lot of gaming stuff. Like they did some Zelda and Metroid randomizers.
Ooh,
Stuff
nice.
like that.
Ooh.
The one big name that I'm sure that some people might actually know is Josh Jepson was part of it.
Yeah,
let's
I'm
see,
drawing a
it
blank. But
It was Josh Jepson. Jiggy was there.
I know of a Mr. Jepson. Very fun guy. If
yeah.
you want, sorry.
Yeah, it was actually kind of funny. Because what I was doing there the whole weekend was basically helping my dad feed volunteers and stuff. If there was food left over, I was sneaking it over to them.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I did that. That was kind of neat. Just kind of hanging around with those guys most of the weekend, and then let's see. I got to walk around most of the I didn't get a lot of cosplay photos because unfortunately there was either bad timing or wasn't able to walk around a whole lot.
you missed the Bowsette. Why? No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
go ahead.
yeah, there was a Bowsette, but unfortunately I was going up the escalator. They were going down the escalator. It was not good timing. And but I did. Yeah, I got for cosplay stuff. I got a picture of somebody playing somebody as Marcel. But then
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
actually got a bunch of pictures of some of the cars they had out there.
Nice.
on that, but I might.
I think I saw some of those from a friend of mine, old friend of mine. Was one of them a Hatsu Miku one?
There probably was one. There was a ton of VTubers in there too.
Oh, I remember there was also your one from Spy Family.
I think I saw that one. I don't remember. Actually, that might be right, but yeah, basically did all that. But I think the most fun thing that happened was on the first day. I went ahead and walked around through all the vendors because I wasn't gonna take a lot of swag because I didn't check a bag, so I didn't have a lot of room. But I was looking around because I was thinking, hey, if anybody made like some like custom faceplates for the PS5, I'll consider that or something like that because I could easily get that home. Didn't find any of that. However, I walked by this one booth and I just happened to see something. I went over to look at it. It was because this guy had like this pack of WCW trading cards unopened from the 90s. And I was like, oh, that's pretty. I kind of talked a little bit of wrestling with him. And then for whatever reason, and the one piece of swag I got for the weekend, he hands me a leather checkbook, like leather checkbook cover for the Washington Redskins.
Oh.
I'm like, okay. So, I mean, it might actually. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll be worth something to a collector at some point.
I would definitely say yes, because if it's a leather
Most definitely.
book, then it must be old enough.
Well, I mean, the thing is that I mean, oh jeez, what the hell? What's sticking on that? Oh, that sticker. Who's sticking on it? Got it. So yeah, it's just. I mean, it's got the official NFL holograph sticker on the plastic. Apparently, I guess it originally retailed for $25. I don't know. But yeah, it's a leather checkbook cover that's just for the. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, is this a wallet? It has identification stuff in there, like identification mat. Oh right, that's right. That's right. When people used to write more checks, that was a thing. Checkbooks could also double as a wallet. But yeah, it's leather. It's not like painted or anything. It's just embroidered with like where it's just got the old logo and just says Redskins on it. I don't know. Maybe it'll. Maybe down the line when the Commanders are in their like 30th season, maybe there will be somebody that will pay something for a piece of the team's history.
Maybe.
I've seen crazier things.
Yeah. Also, Suki did a quick check on that, and yeah, that was, I believe, Coliseum Live. If that you saw.
Yeah, Coliseum Live. Yep.
Is part of the Runaway Guys Coliseum that they do for charity and whatnot. So that's where I know Jepson from, because I watched Tom Fox and those guys.
No. It's like, and I think they've officially gotten away from Runaway Guys because I think after everything that happened, I think Emil is kind of pulled back from everything at this point.
Yeah. If stuff happens, they still have like other stuff for people, but that's what I know.
Because they called the latest one Throne Controllers Coliseum. Yeah. Which I know Throne Controllers was more, I think, John's idea anyway.
Yep. Moving on then.
Yep. All right, jumping into this.
Get
moving
on.
on.
Restart my computer.
All right. And while he's just starting, does anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony, before we go ahead and move on to the news?
It's a small thing, but I completed the post game of Battle Network 6. Before the end of the previous week.
Nice. I really got to get into that, but my backlog is already massively monstrous, and I'm still stuck on Final Fantasy Rebirth.
I hear ya.
Anyway, let's go ahead and move right along here. Really quickly, there was some talk in the chat about the pain that I went through in regards to this, so I might as well come absolutely clean. Yeah, no, I think I've balled it even more. It hurt like hell. No, well, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it hurt. But in all, there's 3 degrees. There's 3 degrees here. I will be absolutely blunt with you in case anybody wants to get a tattoo. So just so you know an idea of what to expect. The line arting part that did hurt. However, it actually was kind of a degree from about 3 to maybe about 5, depending on where the fat, the muscle, the bone. You know, basically, it just depends on where it was. That it some parts didn't hurt all that much. Other parts were a little bit bad. I think it was near the shoulder area, near the back of the shoulder, that it really started to get to some really interesting territory. Mm-hmm. But the line arting part, that was fairly quick. That did hurt, but it wasn't so bad. The second part was the shading. I actually got the picture halfway between the shading and the coloring here, but the shading part. That kicked it up a notch because they had to use a thicker needle. They had to use longer needles for obvious reasons. So, so the details, the shading, you get the what's the they keep trying to drill it into my head at Drawbox. Texture. Textures really that brought up a second degree a little bit more. It hurt a little bit more just because they had to use basically a bigger needle. Let's face it. But it also was varying degrees depending on where and what. And yes, absolutely not going to lie. The coloring fill-in part, that was absolutely the worst. Granted, it also was the whole thing took about 3 hours. So I was 3 hours getting myself pricked constantly. And they still used the thicker needle, but they also had to go all over the place getting every inch of Twilight here. So, yes, they had to go through every little bit, making sure hopefully none of you are turned off by the sight of blood. You can see little specks there. But, yeah, they got the little spots.
I see plenty of blood.
Yeah, I'm just making sure, giving fair warning for those who don't. But, yeah, they got a lot more broader. They got to fill in those parts, so it's not just a simple line. It's everything in the line. There's a lot more space there. So yes, that does ramp it up to another degree. So yeah, depending on how far you want to go with this, I knew full well that this was going to be harder, so I was ready for that. But yeah, it goes higher depending on how far you want to take the tattoo, whether it's just a simple lining, shading, or full on color.
And also just where you have it too.
Absolutely, where you have it.
Anywhere where you just have like skin and bone, like basically your fingers, hurts a lot more than where you have some meat like in your arms.
Yeah. Though, Kasakai, you don't have to stay there the entire 3 hours. They do have to. I mean, the artist has to take breaks, for crying out loud. You do get to stand up, moving around a bit, like for 5 or 10 minute breaks in between. So it's not a constant that they're at you for 3 hours. They will stop because they need a breather too, and you'll have a chance to rest.
They also have to clean stuff because...
Well, no, they do the clean. Well, yes and no. They also do the cleaning while it's going on too. But anyway...
I mean equipment, not...
Yeah, I get you. But no, they didn't do that either. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and move on now. Just want to follow up on that a little bit. And we've already gone long enough. And considering we don't have any more Tell Your Tale for a while, comic joke-wise, because at the rate this is going, yeah, we have more time, but we have less time too because it's what we do. Let's start off with the convention scene, and boy, this weekend is an interesting time for conventions because we have Winnie City PonyCon that is coming up in just a few short days. Of course, we have Winchester and Crazy Matt Captain, and I think some other Rainy. All of them are going to be over there. Actually, I wonder if that means when anything's going to happen in regards to Wednesday. I might have to check up with them on that one. But, yes, we have Winnie City PonyCon. That's going to be a good old time. It looks like they're having a lot of fun. It looks like a lot of fun is being planned. I honestly wish I could go, but it's one of those distance, time, money, kind of a combination of everything. Then, of course, we have Everfree Encore. That is also going to be happening the exact same time in Germany. And both of these conventions are going to have Ponytown representation, while both are going on opposite sides of the map. So this is going to be really interesting to see if you're in Ponytown. However, I may not be able to get too much of a look at it because at the same time, there is a third convention that I'm going to be going to at this exact weekend. It is not Exactly. Pony related. But it is something that intrigues me because I think it could lead to the potential of future pony conventions as well as conventions in general. This, of course, is Furality, which is a furry convention held in VR chat. That will be happening this weekend as well.
Oh my.
So, yes, 3 different conventions going on. I am going to see about, keeping up with some of the happenings going on with Winnie and Everfree Encore. But I'm also going to be taking a look at Virality and seeing how they're doing virtual online conventions in the VR space. And it may show potential for future conventions, especially the online conventions.
I might have to check that out if I get time.
Yep. But yeah, so
Then depths to it.
and I think Derps is already going to be checking it out personally, but that's another case.
Yeah.
But along with that, we also have the next convention coming up after that, which is going to be TruckCon. That'll be a month later down the line. Of course, that one, unfortunately, I still won't be able to attend, which really sucks because they have him. They have the master of wings and signing, M.A. Larson.
Praise be to the Larson.
No, it really sucks because I wanted him to sign my copy of Pennyroyal Academy, and now it's not going to happen.
Oh, he would probably love that.
Oh, absolutely, he would love that. I made the joke a few years ago. Next time he was at TruckCon, I was going to get him to sign it, but he didn't show up at the next TruckCon, and then the finances and crap hit. So, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so now it's going to be on one of those. It's going to happen eventually, but I don't know when. And, of course, we have Galacon, the other European convention that's happening a couple of days later. Bazam.
Bazam indeed.
Anyway, we'll, of course, be giving a little bit more info on that as he comes up. But let's go ahead and talk about some of the other convention information that is coming out. We, of course, are dealing with missing information. We have another convention that is in a convention. Because we can, apparently. But in this case...
FlutterCon?
FlutterCon! FlutterCon 2024 is going to be at Everfree. This... Yes. So, what is FlutterCon? FlutterCon will be a meetup for all fans of Fluttershy. Bring your Fluttershy plushies and merchandise and don't forget to wear your favorite Fluttershy shirt or cosplay. Celebrate all the lovely things that make her special. As the main event, we are aiming to create and is going to be the largest gathering of Fluttershy plushies ever. So bring as many of your own Fluttershy plushies as you can possibly bring. Is highly encouraged. This will be at Everfree Northwest this year, provided our submitted events gets approved, which appears that it has been approved. So this is a massive FlutterCon grouping in the middle of Everfree. So, there you go. Apparently you can have a convention within a convention.
I mean, technically, if we really tried, we could have ponies offline at a convention IRL.
You know what? Let's go ahead and have ponies at a different convention altogether. How about we go Renegade? And have ponies at Gen Con.
Yay!
But yes, announcement has been made that the Gen Con convention is going to have Renegade running a pony puzzle event over at Gen Con. This, of course, is they're going to be doing their sessions of their book RPG. And yeah, it's going to be really interesting to check out. Of course, I'm not, unfortunately, going to be going to Gen Con, but if you know anybody that is, or you are going yourself, hey, there's your opportunity. So let's go on to the next little bit of cool news. The newbie artist training ground has begun over at Equestria Daily. We are currently at day 3. So we already made the announcement about this in the Discord. We also wanted to shout it out here on the show. There probably won't be too much more postings about it outside of maybe people who are participating, throwing their art in the content creation. I know I have. But as if you are at all interested, I would highly encourage checking it out, having some fun with it, and maybe just seeing where your skills can take you. And also, if you make anything, feel free to post it in our content creation. We'd be more than happy to show it off and showcase it to any and all. So, yep, there's that shout out. Next, I'm gonna give a shout out here because we literally got an update about this as the show was starting. And I thought this was really cool, especially since we talked to them. So yeah, we'll be talking about this next week as well. Literal late breaking. Get your tentacles off my waifu has gotten a publisher.
Nice.
Good on them. I didn't
Wow.
see the panel for Ponies Online because I worked, but good on them.
Yep.
I
Looks like
didn't expect that.
I honestly did not see that coming either, but I'm happy for them. That is awesome. So apparently the publisher Indie.io has scooped them up and will head the marketing of Get Your Tentacles Off My Waifu and marketing, QA, and testing so that they can continue developing the game itself, which is really awesome. And along with that, they've also posted an update on the game, making things easier, better, difficult, fixing little problems here and there, things like that. But yes, it looks like Get Your Tentacles Off My Waifu has gotten a lot more production behind it, which that is amazing.
That game is surprising, and people actually thought it was a not safe for work game. And I'm like, no, it's a shmup.
Well, I mean, Get Your Tentacles Off My Waifu sounds so wrong.
Yes.
I understand.
It reminds me so much of Waifu Hunter way back in the day, but then again, it was just a pony with a hammer trying to kidnap other ponies and then realizing his horrible mistake after he accomplishes it.
Did he feel bad? Did he feel bad after or before the? No, I'm not gonna finish that.
No, he didn't do anything like that. He celebrated his victory of capturing the waifus, realized he didn't know what else he wanted to do with them other than just capturing them, and then he got beat up for it.
Because I didn't even hear about this until now, because you brought up something I didn't even know about. I was legitimately asking that, not
Oh, fair enough.
trying to set up a joke.
Fair. But yeah. Anyway, so really cool, really awesome. It should have been me with the tentacles, not my waifu. Well, if it makes you feel better, apparently there's also going to be an alternate version where you can get your tentacles off the husbandos.
Good on them
Wonderful.
for expanding the game.
Yep.
See, we represent both genders.
Equal opportunities.
I am such a nerd.
And okay, why?
We're all nerds.
Okay, for some reason I actually have the newbie artist training ground here too. I don't know what's going on with me anymore.
Yeah, just when you showed that picture with Rainbow Dash, I looked down and I immediately seen the grounded symbol. I'm like, you're funny. Okay.
And she's like, no.
All right. So, who wants to get a lesson in making sure to check your resources and confirm before throwing up the warning flags of danger and stupidity?
Nah.
All
All or
hold
nothing.
on. Can we get the Curb Your Enthusiasm meme right now?
No. Anyway, so earlier this last week, there was a big hullabaloo going on about a report from a French voice actor after a lot of talk was had that the voice acting in some of the regions was really bad.
Oh, is this where you and I had a little back and forth and exchanging information during the
Yes.
week?
Yes, and now everything has been come to light, so now we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So ultimately, the translation, this was all in French, so I will say the translation was the French artist, the French voice actor, apologies, came out and said that he was no longer working on Tell Your Tale, and it appears that Hasbro had replaced them with AI. Now, put down the pitchforks. Let me finish the story before we go ahead and start burning things to the ground.
Too late. There's already
Nope.
fire.
Well, I'm not saying don't have the fire. I'm just saying let's make sure we aim it at the right target. So, first. So, of course, this apparently came from a director over at Hasbro. This, of course, also aligned to information provided that there was going to be a Make Your Mark Season 2, but it was canceled by an executive producer after they did not want to go to the AI route for the voice actors. Then after that, apparently there basically just a lot of weird and interesting claims going on. Now, of course, immediately the internet does what the internet does best: knee-jerk reactions and starting to set everything on fire. Now, what can...
Screw doing your own research before casting judgment.
Well, it's just a hard thing to do because, admittedly, it's easy to be enraged and kind of fun too sometimes. But unfortunately, it can lead to some problems. What happened is, over the couple of days after I got the information, I was upset, but I also wanted to confirm these things. I wanted to confirm this information before I go ahead and started raising the alarm bells. And then the more that the French voice actor talked to this person, and the more information was coming out, they realized something was wrong. Some of the names that were given out didn't quite match, weren't part of the crew of Hasbro. And then one of the interesting nails in the coffin of this problem was the fact that the screenshots provided were from an animation production from Macaro about Misty and Opalina going to Maritime Bay, which obviously, do you think about it? Oh,
wait, did they use fanworks to try and whip this up?
Yeah, pretty much. So what eventually was found out was
this
that
is worse than I heard. Oh, jeez.
What eventually was found out was, unfortunately, the French voice actor was fooled by another person. I'm not sure who it is. I'm not going to dig up names on this one. I'm not even going to think if it's a Brony or just somebody who wants to stir up trouble. Pretending to be a part of Hasbro and basically feeding him all this crap and feeding him false information and false pictures to quote-unquote prove this. Now, of course, it did bring to the question, was Hasbro going to be using AI, or was there some truth to this because the voice acting has been horrible? And a couple of days later, we finally did get the information from Hasbro themselves. They made the claim. They stated after information was asked, is this actually going on? That the Make Your Mark series never used AI audio or visuals in any stage, and of course, they also wanted to clarify that neither Make Your Mark or Tell Your Tale have or hopefully will ever use AI generation audio or visual. It was complete.
Did you disconnect for a minute?
Me? No.
No, he was all here.
Okay.
No, I paused. I did kind of pause halfway just to make sure I clarified that it was both.
Oh, okay. So that's what I heard.
Yes.
Then.
Yeah, but yes, Hasbro did confirm both. Tell Your Tale and Make Your Mark were not AI generated in any way, or being at the moment AI generated in any way. They just got some really, really, really cheap voice actors in some of the regions, unfortunately, which still sucks. But
yeah, it sucks. But at the very least, it's money, but not money.
It's a different kind of. It's kind of it's still an eyebrow raise, but it's not bring out the pitchforks.
Money, but not AI money. That's what's important here.
Yeah, it's still one thing, but not the other. Which it is nice that they do acknowledge the fact that people are not fans of AI, and this is kind of a good indication that they are paying attention when people are saying they don't want AI in their creations. Heaven help us on the other people that aren't listening, but that's another case. Anyway, so yeah, it was a lie. So turn your pitchforks to whoever was feeding us the false information. That's who needs to burn.
Big fat phony.
Big fat phony. Yeah, but that's why I wanted to make sure that this is why I don't like to jump on rumor and scuttlebutt. I'd like to make sure we actually have this information before we go ahead and call it good. Even if it's really juicy.
Then I wait for more information to run with the narrative, or just
I just try not to
my stance on it when I get the said information.
I just try not to make my initial judgment because it's harder to change your mind and when you're given different information.
Yeah, but the different. Sorry, Circuit.
Yeah.
The difference is if you're a big enough person to realize you were wrong and change your opinion based on the facts and evidence.
Yeah.
But some people are unable to do that, so that's the
No,
difference.
some people are also unwilling to do that because hate generates money.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say that personally, my best opinion and my best suggestion for anybody out there is just to wait till you get all sides before you make a decision. If you
Yeah.
decide you want to go your own route, all power to you. I just find it best to not dig your heels in until you know what you're digging your heels into.
I'm not saying I made up my mind in that moment. I was just feeling like, okay, if
No,
this
you're,
is
you're
what,
good, man.
if,
You're good, man.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not admonishing anyone.
Yeah.
Instead, we're
it's
gonna
just
go.
what I
I'm
felt at the time. It's just I wasn't
No,
gonna make a
DM,
confirmation
DM,
until
you're good.
more.
You're good.
Okay.
You're good.
How about instead we talk about Kentucky Roller Derby?
Yay.
Yeah. So the fifth issue, I believe the fifth and final issue of the Kentucky Roller Derby is due to come out soon. Of course, this is the wonderful team from Maritime Bay. Ooh, Sparkle Streak, I like that. And why are there so many paralyzed ponies here?
Oh
I mean,
my God.
That is a question that you can find out in the story.
I don't know if we will. I don't know if we can.
This is a blood sport.
Anyway.
I only count two. What are you talking about?
Okay, we all know what we need to do now. We need to crop this picture of Izzy, and we need to turn those diamonds red. We need the angry Izzy.
Blood for the blood god.
Blood for the blood for the creative bone.
Ultra instinct activate.
Also, second, you going to share the screen in the Discord?
Nah, I don't think
Never.
so. All
Never.
right, give me a second.
Hey, it's been almost an hour until we bugged you about it.
I'm surprised you didn't bug me about it immediately. I forget these things. You gotta help me out here a little bit.
I
Anyway,
understand that, but we were also going.
actually, I'm more concerned it's been almost an hour. Let's go ahead and move on. All right, so
Sorry,
yeah,
by the way,
2-page
if I didn't
preview.
Clarify back there. I thought I didn't for a moment. Okay, moving on.
All right.
2-page preview. So yeah, if you want to get an idea of what's going on for the fifth and final issue, you can go ahead and do so. Or if you just want to enjoy the pretty colorful ponies doing the pretty art things, you got that too. A lot, but that's not the only comic. Oh no.
More than one?
More than one. If I can find them.
Let's see.
Where's the comics? Why is it there? Here's Maritime Mysteries. You can see issue 1 right over there. Anyway, Maritime Mysteries issue 1 has been previewed. This is, of course, the next big the next 5-part series to come out. This is going to be coming out next week, in fact, in the 12th of June. And of course, this is dealing with Misty and the mystery of a board game come to life. They've Jumanji'd everything.
Or the Thor, if you want to go with that one.
No, we're gonna go with
I'm ready
Jumanji.
to ask if the cover was a Jumanji reference because that looked like almost the exact movie cover
You know what?
for one of them I
That
seen.
is very much
Jumanji.
Jumanji. Calamanji. Yes, I would.
Just came to mind.
Let's move on.
Ugh, we're
So we got
too
that
old.
we have our fun. Cover B for Set Your Sail, issue 5. This is also the other series that is going on and going to be wrapping up soon-ish.
Oh my, is Zip smitten with her?
No, we're not ship. We already got enough. We already got a new ship right now. We're not doing this. Okay, but we got the preview of Maritime Mysteries 3, and ooh, look at that. She's pondering the Pwn globe.
Ponder these orbs.
Da move. Anyway,
Yeah, you're welcome.
set your sail also. Don't forget to check that out. This, of course, does the sea ponies. And, oh yeah, I think Misty is an octopus in that one. Anyway, yeah, check it all out. It's fun. Good stuff. So many comics. I mean this. There were so many comics. Best part is that's not even the thing that really got nuts on. But, oh. Well, apparently we also got the synopsis for issue 5. Dealing with the, let's see. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to ignore that because that does reveal important plot points. This also reveals some plot points here. This has the synopsis for 3. We're going to move on that one. And instead, we're also going to mention the fact that issue 2... Yeah, a lot of comics! Issue 2 released last week. This is the Set Your Sail issue. So, much more sea ponies. Including sea ponies on an underwater train, I think. I mean, that looks like an underwater train, right?
If it's a
Yeah,
train,
the
you know that
bubbles.
the cold outside is like yes.
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give everybody something to think about for a little while here. Does that look like a changeling sea pony to you?
Yes.
Fine,
Yes.
don't worry about it.
All right. Now that I've implanted that seed, I'm gonna let that do its own thing. And here's
Oh my
another
God, the
seed.
hippogriffs and the changelings are
Got busy.
one and the same.
Do you want to know what I'm more impressed about?
What's that?
Her phone still works.
Actually, I was gonna bring that up. That has got to be the most powerful phone in existence if it's still working. But I
It's
wanted to bring that up
waterproof.
too. That is waterproof. That is not waterproof. That is water absorbing, water pushing, water. That thing is doing
Water
things.
repelling.
Thank you. Water repelling. That thing is pushing water away. I don't.
Let's be frank here. They are up in the clouds, and that does mean a lot of moisture.
They are in the water. It does not. Those are two different things.
One place has more moisture than the other.
We're gonna just walk away from this. Oh my god.
Only slightly more moisture.
Oh god, that hurt my ears for a second there. Things of Zathura was a book that was written by the same person who wrote. Yes! Zathura and Jumanji were written by the same artist.
Yep.
Because if you ever read any of those, I think it's literally just pictures. You don't really get a story.
Plus, also the movies are like beat for beat.
Well, kind of. I mean,
Not
the
really.
reboot Jumanji wasn't quite as
I'm
much.
not talking about the new Jumanji. I'm talking about those two originals.
Fair enough, yeah.
Pretty similar.
They're pretty similar there.
They are very similar, but
However, who's ready for the next shipping couple?
Of course.
okay, I got the FedEx label.
You know what? Now, what we need to bring somebody here. I need to try to bring him here if we can.
Oh, this
Coal
is what I think it is.
dust. Coal dust. Coal dust. Okay. well,
Weather, trains.
Whether, Malort.
CMC, where are you? CMC.
Perspicacity. Train rides.
They're both unmuted.
Caboose.
They're both-
Okay, we'll see if they come back. We'll hold off on this then until they show up. Instead, actually, I want them to show up for another thing too, because this is pretty much the cold dust segment here that we're coming up. Now, the My Little Pony RPG Story of Seasons has officially released. This is the expansion book RPG, which was really funny because when they announced this, I had my book RPG copy of this, and I got it like 5 days ago. So I got it before the announcements actually went out that it released. Even the emails from Renegade that said it was out were after I got the book. I got it before anything else. But yes, I got everything in regards to Renegade. I got all of the card games and all of the book RPG stuff. If they announce anything further, I'll probably be getting a hold of it. But for now, I have caught up on everything they have, which also means it's time for me to start working on getting the fandom stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm always willing to be a part of your D&D group.
I don't have a D&D group, so you're going to have to be waiting for a while. Anyway,
You know,
but along with that, we also have a few more teasing almanac cards from the Scholarly Shenanigans card series. Of course, showing off some scenes there, like a Journal of Friendship, The Adventures of Shadow Spade, and the Journal of the Two Sisters. And haven't you seen the
that's
most
a lot of books.
Yeah, but haven't you seen a book horse so happy?
That is the happiest book horse ever.
Yes, we should all strive to be as happy as that book horse.
I have moments where I'm almost there, but never quite.
Okay. Let's see. Cole into laundry. I'm trying to get out of the room. All right. Try to let Cole Dust know as soon as you can, because the next segments are really for him, and I mean that in all honesty. It's the kind of stuff he goes nuts for. But let's go. Let's go for something that I think we're all going. That this is bittersweet, very bittersweet. So,
Oh, CMC's in the chat.
Yes,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have that.
So
Okay, I just
A
did
bit-
back. Sorry.
bittersweet moment here. So, This also is why, as much crap as Hasbro does, sometimes they do something that makes me remember that there are some really amazing people behind there that they deserve credit more than the CEOs. But anyway, so Hasbro created a pony called Maggie Joy in honor of a girl who passed away from an asthma attack.
Aw.
So, looks like she really had a big passion for ponies. So, a picture and custom figure of Maggie Joy was created to celebrate this girl's memory.
Don't worry.
Go ahead.
I'll do the same thing for any of you guys.
Nah, I want you to take me to make sure I go out in a blaze of glory.
Fine, I'll jump my truck and do a ditch for you.
You know what? I'll take that. But yeah. So I'm
That's
just skipping
sad.
it. Yeah, it's really a tough and sucky thing to happen. I mean, sucky isn't even the right word for it. There is no good word.
Yeah.
No, there is not.
No.
But yeah, it is
I
still
had
hard.
bad asthma. I had bad asthma as a kid. I couldn't imagine her living with that because it bothered me so much when I was young.
Yeah. But along with that, it's there
I don't
is
know how serious it was of hers compared to mine, so I can't even imagine if it was
It's
worse. or not.
fine.
yeah,
It's fine, man. You don't need to go too
it's
far.
okay.
I
But what you
know,
can do,
sorry.
what you can do though, is there is a bit of a call out for people to, if they're looking for a subject to draw and be respectful, that you use the pony for some fan arts or stuff out there. Get some more art creations out.
Unfortunately, some people won't apply that same respect.
I know, but I'm gonna just shout it out there and hope for the best. That's all you
The
can
good
do.
will always outweigh the bad. You just have to deal with the bad.
Yeah.
Here's some good. Who wants to learn how to animate G5 ponies?
Hey, don't you use rigging in AI to do that?
Ha
No, you just use the AI. You don't even have to use the rigging. You just tell AI to do everything, and then that makes it all work.
Hey guys.
You
I'm
guys
gonna-
don't have AI?
But in all honesty, Mikhail, who released some amazing G5 models for use, also has released a video on how they animate G5 ponies. Of course, if you remember, he's done some really fun, amazing animations with these G5 ponies. And so, yeah, if you really want a bit of a tutorial about how to get them to work and how to move them around, he's released a nice 16-minute video giving you a brief rundown of things. So, yeah, that's pretty cool if you wanted to expand into a different kind of direction out there. Yeah. So, yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. All right. Oh, wait, we still got one more thing we could stall out with. So, Violet Pony, who I've really been digging into her music a little more lately.
I love their music.
Well, you're going to love
Just
this.
stick the cover art.
Yeah, they're coming out with another album, Girls Who Are Wizards.
Yes.
Yep. This album is, well, it's set to drop on May 31st, but I actually put in my order on Bandcamp yesterday, and it was on pre-release still, so I think it might have been slightly delayed. But yes,
Been there.
yeah, so yeah, there's plans for Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Apple Music, SoundCloud, maybe even a physical release.
Maybe.
But yeah, at the moment, you can put in a pre-order on Bandcamp.
I want to know what that aesthetic is called, where it's a messier than hell room, but it's cozy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I would say teenager aesthetic, but you know.
I kind of like it's not organized chaos, but it's just
not quite.
Controlled chaos.
homely, lived in.
Yeah, something like that. It's like it's
Yeah.
lived in. It
Yeah.
looks nice.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
mess. It's a mess,
yeah.
but everything about it just feels like it's a mess of love and enjoyment. You're not
I
just
can't imagine it's controlled chaos. It's a mess, but they know where everything is.
maybe. But at the same time, I don't know. That one's a difficult one to pin down.
It's like I see it so
do we have a
often,
poll?
but I'm like, what is it?
All right.
There has to be a name for how often I see it.
All right. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to go on to the cool stuff, and the CM and Cold Dust is gonna miss out on some of this, and I hate that, but we're gonna have to do this anyway. So
Yeah, you stepped away to do laundry.
yeah, unfortunately, stepped away at the worst time. So who's ready for the new shipping pair?
Ship it, ship it, ship it.
Ship it like FedEx.
I have the ticket.
Whoa. No.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Tell Your Tale released the latest episode a few days ago. This, of course, is dealing with carnival rides and a posy with no friends. So, yeah, it's pretty much what we all expected. She's such a crab apple that she actually didn't have many friends with her. So she couldn't get any trinkets. So, of course, the small squishy one, we call her Pip, said, I'm gonna show you a good time. We're gonna have fun together. And they had fun together with lots of things. And now they're really, really close friends, which are obviously going to get shipped to hell and back.
So what we're getting at here is we have a double P situation. A P to P.
Let's see, Piposy. Oh god, Piposy. Piposy sounds like it's a knockoff to the character in Pizza Tower.
Two peas in a pod.
We could call it Pippi. Actually, I like that, Pippi. Or Pipsy, or yeah. Pipsy or Pippi. Pipsy sounds so much like a Pepsi knockoff too.
I know, that's why I laughed about it. Sounds like it's knocked off.
Oh god, no, okay, no.
Into a drink.
No, I have it. Posy petals.
Not Pee-Pee, it's Pippi. Like P-E-Y.
I say posy petals because pit petals. Posy.
No, we're not gonna. Posy Pedal. It doesn't roll. It doesn't roll like a shipping thing. If anyway,
It is a roll.
Pipsy though. Pipsy, actually, I kind of want to see somebody do a fan art of both of them on a freaking can now because of that.
See, the upset thing is, it rolls off your tongue so nicely.
It really does, and that's annoying. That's actually worse somehow.
Pippoposa.
But yeah, I do recommend checking it out. It is kind of nice to see Posy actually not being a complete and annoying crap apple for once and actually having fun. It actually makes her less of a Karen.
You're
Let's
ruining
face
the
it,
Karen.
she inherited the Karen spot whenever the other character stopped being a full-on Karen.
Well,
Oh,
No.
we didn't get much screen time with the other Karen, so she kind of fell to the wayside.
oh yeah, good duet song too. Yeah, absolutely a good song. So, let's go on to the other thing that Cold Dust loves that unfortunately he's going to miss out on. Merchandising. And oh my god, we got so much.
So merchandise.
So much merchandising, but we're going to start off with Chinese merchandise has appeared. Cards based on MLP Rockstars and card concepts. Of course, yeah. I'm not going to lie. If Hasbro even did half of what China has been doing with some of this stuff, I imagine that ponies would be such a huge deal over here. Even more so. I mean, god damn it, they got Rarity on guitar.
They got the guitar right from Equestria Girls. This is all the instruments they're using.
Yeah, but I mean, look at all the got these things here. I mean, I would go nuts to even have something like a banner like this. This is so awesome. These are card concepts. But yeah, oh god, everything about this makes me scream. Please, I want this. This is so freaking awesome.
Why did you do this?
Hasbro, this is called marketing. This is how you do it. Oh my god. Seriously.
Hasbro, learn to pander to the adult audience without...
Learn to pander to everybody and have some fun with this stuff. I mean,
without
wow.
pandering to the people that are the local minority that try to pretend or grift on the pony wagon.
Actually, I would have just said... I would have said stop pandering to the 80-year-olds. I think that 4-year-old girls are still the same from their age.
Whatever fandom we're in, there's always grifters or pretenders.
Oh, well, there's that.
Shit ourselves.
That's everything. But no, I mean, This is so freaking amazing. I absolutely love all of this. I love everything
I would
about
get
this.
that rarity in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just freaking nuts. So if any more information ever comes out about this or what in the world is, yeah, I'm sorry, this is driving me completely nuts. This is so awesome looking. We're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna lose my mind here. Let's look at some other merch here, and of course, well, since we're already talking about this, let's talk about loads of new My Little Pony toys and merchandise revealed at the licensing expo this year. Because nothing's...
Those are horrifying.
Oh
Well,
my god, those are head pillows.
Well, it's licensing, so yeah.
It's great.
Anyway, we'll go ahead and skip past this because we can only speculate among the small pictures and see if we can find some bigger stuff. We, of course, got the small little figures that we talked about earlier. We have these things that looks like they're plushy heads that are on top of different food products. And Applejack has the cup of ramen. So
Yeah,
Applejack wins. Applejack immediately wins. She has the ramen cup.
What I find the most unreasonable is the fact that Raymond actually sitting on top of a burger.
That's just amazing.
Yeah,
Like, the most athletic, the most healthy amongst the group, the one that has to watch her diet the most because she is in the Wonderbolts. Let's have a burger.
I would expect
Hey.
Twilight to have the burger.
Hey, it's turkey burger. Actually, yeah, why doesn't Twilight have that? Well, then again, Rainbow Dash would then have the ice cream cone, which that's not much better. At least the burger has protein. Now, here's my question.
Bad stuff for you.
Here's my question. What is Rarity in? Because I don't think it's a teapot. Because Fluttershy's in a teacup.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. That's the one thing that's bugging me
Is
the
that
most.
a marshmallow treat of some sort she's in?
Maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, moving on. Also got some more plushy figures, little toys, trinkets, a wand, random wand, like a plushy wand that you see wherever you go.
Creaky wand.
And of course, you got the don't forget Generation 5. We got some nice little mini figures here. It looks like they're blind box figures.
They actually look really good.
No, they really do
Yeah,
look
they
nice.
Except for looks like they forgot Hitch's eyebrows.
Actually, it looks like they
got burned off.
No, I think Misty burned them off when she realized that she wasn't going to be in this.
Yeah, it's just like that man has such
Hey.
a blank face right there. You
Yeah.
can't
Sunny
see
doesn't have any
anything on his
eyelashes
face.
Sunny doesn't have any eyebrows either.
No, hers actually are blending into the model. They're really hard to
Oh,
tell.
I see them now. Oh, I see them now.
It's really hard to tell. They are
Hard to
really
tell.
blending. Anyway,
I love how we got like 8K pictures and you're fucking shooting 4K. Yeah, we get these grainy pictures for
get these grainy
displays and whatnot.
grainy pictures that would have been on an Angel Fire website way back when.
Like 20 years ago.
Yeah. But insulated food bags, stickers, fans, cup sleeves. You got some more of those little minifigures. Got the Pip collection there. And yes, we also got to get the original G1 in there, because why not?
And you can count the pixels on that one.
Yeah. And G3 hasn't been completely abandoned, but yeah, it is definitely not brought to the forefront like everything else. Besides, you think G3's got it bad. G2 barely gets acknowledgement anymore. And no,
That's
we are not
because
talking.
It was mostly a toy line, not in a television series.
Exactly. It was only a toy line, so yeah. Woof.
Odd enough, G2 on Transformers also is ignored.
Anyway, Squeezelings.
Headmasters, you mean?
Squeezelings.
Nope.
Squeezelings. Squishy,
Squeezelings.
squishy ponies.
I want to grab one and just see how far I can squeeze it.
So we got Hitch, we got Zip, and we got Misty. Though apparently everybody should be coming to the Squeezeling family. But yeah, kudos on having Misty. You know what? Now we're going to get to the point where Misty is going to be that outlier instead of Applejack. We're going to have Misty, and it's not going to be her hat. It's going to be Misty. Oh my God, we have it. Misty and her hair color. That's going to be the Applejack hat of the Applejack and hat of this generation, isn't it?
Yeah, because they're all hair colors on the package and not on the toy.
Yeah.
It even showed like, look at the sticker in the corner there of Misty, and then look at the toy. It's different.
Oh yeah. We did it. We figured it out. We figured out who our Applejack is. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm almost wondering they're gonna start phasing out Hitch to get more Misty toys.
I wouldn't doubt that, but
I'm kind of willing to put money on that because of how they do things.
well, how about this? The Crystal Twins, Gawa series. How am I still talking like that? All right, so
Second, we survived the Uwoos.
stop. You'll spread the virus. Blast you.
Oh
Yeah, we've been afflicted. Okay, moving on.
no! It's very contagious.
So the Crystal My Little Twins pony. Okay, the My Little Pony Crystal.
Cole might be back. I don't see him no longer muted.
Well, he's pretty much missed everything except the Crystal Twins. But yes, we have all of the main 6 and a special edition rarity because I guess she. Oh my God! It just hit me.
He's a rare.
The rare rarity.
It finally happened, boys.
They
Yeah.
did it! They did the pun!
Yes, but yes, there you have a.
It took them 14 years, but they finally did it.
Yes, but the Mighty Jax is releasing the little Crystal Twins figures. Of course, these are blind boxes, so good luck finding the one you want if you're after one in particular. And all of them in their Season 1 gala dresses, which... And it's kind of... I'm not going to lie, it feels a little old hat. I'm not complaining at all. But it would have been cool if they actually got the gala dresses from the other gala times. I mean, they've been there like 3 times now.
Yeah, but these are the most well-known gala dresses.
I know they're the iconic ones, but it would have been an interesting change of pace to see the other ones suddenly.
They're banking on the people seeing these ones, not the other ones more.
Yeah. Anyway, that is it for that merch. However, there was another posting about this by Creature, so I'll go ahead and throw it out to let people know. Community merch. This is from Selenophile, who has released a Kieran 3D waterproof lenticular sticker.
And it's only 10
All my
bucks.
artist friends have been going nuts over this thing.
I mean, yes, you got a literal sticker that switches from Kieran to Neric as it's moved left to right. And this
I
is
remember that was a big thing when I was in school, and then it kind of just died.
no, it really was a big thing, but I don't think they ever made them sticker wise. They were always like cards or something like that.
Yeah, just like cards,
Or-
like
or
little
comic
vinyl
book
things.
covers.
Yeah, but actually having
No,
a
mostly cards.
yeah, they were just mostly cards, but or you know, yeah, you had some book covers or other weird things, but they were all physical hard things that you couldn't stick onto things. And now we have stickers that can go anywhere. Toolboxes, laptops, car windows. You
I
can.
wouldn't trust my car window with that.
I wouldn't trust other car windows with my car window having that.
I'm just saying, car windows get ungodly hot.
Oh, that part, yeah.
Yeah, so it could
Yeah.
ruin the whole.
I don't know. I mean,
And good luck trying to bring that car back into trade-in.
well, I mean, if you're gonna,
You just scrape it off. It's fine.
yeah, that part's not too hard. But in all honesty, I mean, if the glue is really good, I mean, you get stickers like that all the time on things. Yeah, I mean, lenticular one, that's going to be an interesting sell. But yeah, this is really amazing. And do you know how amazing it is? I ordered 2.
Wonderful.
Yes, but I was waiting for them to actually show up because I also got a bunch of other things. But yep, no, Creature put them out there, so I wanted to throw them out here too. They're in our merch section of our for Discord.
I think we really need to get another high quality toolbox and just sticker bomb it.
Yeah.
It's so fun to do. I enjoyed doing it with my last toolbox.
Well, unfortunately, we couldn't get Cold Dust in for the first part. Let's get him in. Let's try to get him out in the second. And of course, we have our normal well, in this case, bi-weekly, but weekly interlude of the challenge of the week, which is a chance to showcase and give out your art and your music and your video games and animation and your car creations or whatever else, however you want to express your artistic side. It's your chance to prompt it out there. And along with that, we also have the protest initiative challenge that is given by our pre-show friends. to either give you a little extra oomph on something different, or if you're feeling frisky, you can do that entirely instead of the challenge of the week.
Wow.
Water.
That's one way to do it, I guess.
Wow, instead of getting people over here, we're actually losing people over there. Anyway. But of course, anyway, I'm sure they got the heads up on that. So we'll go ahead and start off the challenge.
There we go.
Our challenge of the week, which was blank your blank until your blank blinks the blank.
And the protest initiative challenge. I wasn't here for that.
Really? I thought you were. Oh, no, you weren't.
No, he wasn't.
Hold on, let me scroll up in the announcements
Points.
channel. Did I remember to post it last week? I thought I did.
You did. In fact, that's how I got it, because otherwise, yeah, we would have been screwed.
Sifting through things. Right, there was a vote. Was that vote? For last
That
week?
was.
No, that was last week when I didn't do a
Oh, right,
show.
we
because...
skipped last week. Coins?
Yes, coins.
Oh, no, wait, I was here for that one. That one came from me.
Oh,
Nice.
yes, you brought us
Yeah, that
coins.
doesn't sound like one of mine.
Okay,
I
then.
forgot.
I'll be back in a moment. I have a few more pictures to take, and then I'm done with all my swag from the past conventions.
No
I know
problem.
it was mine because, like, I just looked at my desk and there were a bunch of coins. It was like, perfect.
Unfortunately, you caused chaos.
Good.
Behold your chaos.
Yes. Yes.
So this was a triple vector.
A trifecta.
Thank you. Trifecta imprompts. This, of course, was dealing with blank the blank until the blankety blank. Oh, okay. Blank your blank until your blank blanks the blank. In this case, ride your ride until your ass explodes the ride or something like that. Along with that, we also have coins. Pinkie Pie shoving as many coins as humanly possible into this machine. And with the final prompt, this is a artist training ground prompt, draw a pony throwing caution to the wind. So we have a very ludicrous Pinkie Pie with asking, please, only one coin at a time. Seriously, don't. It won't end well.
I
That's
gotta
what you
try it
want.
now. You told me no.
You told me no, I must try it.
You tell me not to do something, I do it.
So we have Pinkie Pie riding a little rocket, about to pump it so full of coins. We have no idea what's going to happen. I'm not gonna lie. I put myself at a weird challenge with this one. For the entire the artist training ground, I'm trying my best to only dedicate 1 hour a day on this artwork. So a lot of the times when I'm trying to perfect it, I'm basically having to say screw it and move on. So it's been really interesting because I'm basically trying to force myself to focus on things so I don't end up with really badly misshapen things and things looking wrong.
It's a good thing not to focus too much on it, or you might make it worse. Or if you try to focus on making it too perfect, you never get to release.
Unfortunately, I found out I'm the other way around. I just have a hard time focusing, and so I seem to screw up. And then when I really try to focus, it's kind of a weird dichotomy. Anyway, well, that's a whole nother kettle of fish there. But I'm trying to find that nice middle ground where I'm focusing enough and on the first time. Still working on positions and proportions. I think that looks okay. I think that actually looks like Pinkie Pie reaching to shoving coins. But yes, this is what was created. I like it. Yeah. And as I mentioned, I have been doing the artist training ground, and as per our normal rules, I'm only going to show about 2 things for our artist training ground. So here's the other one: Trixie with the great and powerful dirt. The joke here being draw a pony holding their ground.
Nice.
Definitely
Beautiful.
doing that.
10.
And this
I
one,
approve.
and this one was actually from the weekly challenge from the newbie newbie artist alumni. Draw a pony. I think it was standing or wearing socks or showing off. I can't remember which. But I just decided to put circuit and rainbow socks.
Yes. Cute. Pride.
Yeah.
Pride.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I didn't
be
even
sure
know.
who you are.
I didn't know Pride was going on. I just thought it would look fun to have rainbow socks.
I need to get some
it's
rainbow
Pride
socks.
Month.
Well, it is Pride Month now, but I drew this back on the 24th of May.
You should have been thinking ahead.
I can easily make that claim if I really, really wanted to. But I'm not going to make that claim. I'm going to stand honest. I didn't know Pride Month was coming up. I just did this because I thought it was fun. And that's the truth. And it doesn't matter because it was fun.
I need to get rainbow socks too at some point.
And anyway, to shout out Cal Sakai, who apparently has also followed in the I'm going to get so many different things of Allura. We now have Soul Calibur 6 Allura, which translated surprisingly well. Granted, those look more like bunny ears than cat ears, but still, this translated surprisingly well. I mean, anybody else think that?
No, I'd see the bunny ears.
No, I mean, that's not what
I know it translated well.
No, you don't. Okay,
In fairness, I was yelling at a dog because he wouldn't be quiet while I was on mic.
I said that the only really weird thing was the bunny ears because Allura's a cat.
But everything else translated well over.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ears.
Yeah, the bunny ears were just like, no, that is the one thing that didn't. I mean, they even got the earring in there for crying out loud. Anyway. So, yeah, just still a massive shout out to Cal Sakai. And yeah, he really does some interesting things with that character creator.
Yeah. Definitely somebody that knows how to play with it.
And anyway, other than that, we didn't get any other creations. Actually, hold on. No, wait, I think we did.
Bailey.
Well, no, I wasn't sure if Bailey actually fell in that frame or not, but oh yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Oh no, wait. Okay, we also had Toa apparently. Okay, quick. Toa's last week's, which of course,
trying to get this week's.
which I'll give him. This was interesting. But essentially, he got the whole idea of what the dub. With basically a 3-frame animation, and all of our quote unquote thoughts on what our jokes were for, what our jokes would have been for that what the dub. So yeah, you have to actually pay attention down here so you see all of our different prompts.
I was lucky in the fact that I was able to find at least 3 pictures that could do in sequence.
I'm more curious about the when I walk in the room. There's so much implying there. I don't know what to think about that. So we're gonna go ahead and move on that instead.
Guess you're hung like a horse, Circuit.
Moving on. This is PG-13. Bailey's body pill.
Speaking of PG-13.
Okay, yeah, no, I can appreciate the stupidity of what I've just done. Granted, it is a PG-13 pillow, so fair enough.
She was caught snacking.
Yeah, there you go. So we got the Eldritch-ish alligator abomination pony on a log in the bottom of a sea. She's floating on a log in a hole in the bottom of the sea. Okay.
People love the other side of the body pillow where it's just her chewing on a crab and somebody clearly seeing her.
Oh god, that's what she's doing.
Yeah,
that's great.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought those were like tentacles coming out of her mouth or something.
No, she's chewing on a crab. Like, oh, hi.
God, that makes so much.
Having a meal.
That makes so much more sense considering all the other Eldritch Pony abominations you've thrown our way. I wasn't sure.
Oh, she's the most tame one.
I know. That's why I was so confused. Anyway,
It's
okay.
like, behold, the most menacing thing, the swamp guardian, the one you don't want to run into. Oh, look, there she is chewing on a crab. Oh, hi.
Draw me like one of your French pones.
Apparently somebody already did. And of course we have Toa with this. With coins and...
I really tried to bring in Blank Mind into this just because of how many blanks there were.
Oh, well, okay, that explains the blank mind part. Wait, she got crabs? Yes, she's got major case of crabs. She's got a giant case of crabs, man.
By
Oh,
the way,
yeah.
it's been so long since I drew blank, I forgot how his hair was done, hence why the second half of his mane is kind of funky.
You know, that's fair enough. But in the meantime, that is all the fun entries that we got over the last couple of weeks. That means it's time for the picker wheel, everybody. It's time to get your prompts in for this week. What do you think we should draw? What should it be? How should our artists interpret these messages, I guess? So same rules as always. Everybody gets one prompt. Everybody, go ahead and throw it out there. We'll put it in the wheel. We'll randomize and spin it. Doesn't matter what it is. We do try to encourage pony, but we will go ahead and pony whatever you throw at us.
Ah, shit. I was away. I was away during the one time I actually had a prompt in here, didn't I?
You probably were.
I think wasn't it my thing that went that one last time?
Yeah, the blankety blank until you blankety blank blank. Yeah.
Yep.
Which, yeah, I did my absolute best to make the pinky do the blankety blank. And, Toa just drew blanked mind.
Yep. I was doing some cleanup in here, so yeah, I was kind of.
Horse chiropractor.
Horse
Too real
chiropractor.
for that. I need to go back again because I missed him for like 2 weeks, and so my back's still bothering me.
Oh, that reminds me. My back has
Open
been bothering me
repair,
too.
The input in Lumi at Anime North.
I already got that. No worries.
Yeah, I got all those.
Yep, we got it. Too much merch. No such thing. But I'll get that in. How you doing, CMC?
I don't know, when you have a house that is just merch.
I pretty much have a house. I pretty much almost have an entire room in my house dedicated to merch. And then I have it spread across my front room, bedroom, and 2 other side
I
rooms.
forgot where I sorted all the stickers, so now I'm having to get the HarmonyCon stickers sorted away
Oh no.
You know what?
so that I can actually get to the one Ponies Online picture I have to do.
You know what? For once, my brain is being comprehensible.
Wow.
I'm scared. Oh wow, that actually sounds really good.
It's what it's. I literally have a half gallon of it in front of me.
That would do it. Yeah, no, that
That
sounds.
sounds really good right now.
That actually sounds amazingly delicious.
And it's mostly because I was working in the wind and rain all day, so I'm like, ugh.
Oh, text out.
And the good thing is that
No.
for me drinking it right now, it's also a decaf iced tea. So
Ooh, definitely a good idea. Yeah.
Delicious.
All right, everybody. I believe we got all the prompts that we're going to be getting. So there's our randomized shuffle, and here we go. Literally our last entry, Pony Trivia Murder Party.
Wonderful.
So our next challenge challenge for next week, along with also the artist training ground prompts, if you want to try one of those, is Pony Trivia Murder Party.
Trivia murder party, but pony.
But we also have the other protest initiative challenge.
This is true, we do.
And what do we have for our protest initiative challenge?
Tube.
Tube?
Tube.
Tube,
Tubular.
Tube.
radical.
I do have a funny story about that Bailey
Oh, really?
body pillow. I posted it around and a moderator got rid of it, and he told me, like, why would you post something that is covered in blood? I'm like, what are you talking about? He thought the
Wait,
crab
you
was
think
just a
the
thing of
crab
blood
was
just
blood?
burning out everywhere. It's like, dude, that's a crab.
You know, considering I thought it was tentacles, I have no room.
But it was just so funny to me.
That is great.
I
Just spend your time, zoom in a little bit. You can clearly see it's a crab. Chill.
I don't blame them too much. I imagine that sometimes they get stuff that they have to basically like knee jerk react to because it just kind of comes out of nowhere. And people suck sometimes.